kid, my kindergarten teacher tried to drill into me one rule: don't talk to strangers. She had a habit of repeating that endlessly, perhaps because I had a habit of running up to anyone who would listen and launching into a discussion on the cartoon I was watching. Today, she'd have a lot more to warn her 5-year-olds about to keep them safe. Not only is it a lot easier to talk to strangers, but that diatribe on Saturday morning cartoons might also come back to haunt you 20 years later because someone posted it on YouTube. Technology constantly connects us to the world, but that comes with a price. Everything we do can be and often is recorded for posterity. Bottom line, you don't just have to worry about your parents finding that goofy picture you took with your friends. You have to worry about your boss finding it 15 years later. Yep, the price you pay for being constantly connected to your friends is that you are constantly connected. The net has taken away all our mental inhibitions and checkpoints. We don't think about things, we just post them, which is why we see so many silly statements show up on Facebook, Twitter, and other media sites that basically function as a running commentary of what you are thinking. The problem with telling everyone what you're thinking is that sometimes our thoughts aren't pretty. Posting on social media is a little like standing outside a crowded movie theater, sipping on an orange Julius and periodically screaming out what you thought about the twist ending of the most popular movie playing. It really isn't any nicer to do the same thing digitally, as much as you might think it is. The internet definitely isn't your friend when it comes to helping you not say or post something you'll regret later. I know it's all the rage to let everyone on Earth know what you're thinking, unfiltered and immediately, but you need to pause just a moment before you do and think, am I being fair? Is this something everyone needs to know? Am I bullying someone or picking on them? Privacy settings aside, once you post something, you've given up control of that thought to the world, and the world is going to twist it in ways you can't imagine. Always remember, your best privacy setting is to keep it to yourself. It's becoming more and more common for people to use social media to find out about you. Like a virtual Sherlock Holmes, they'll follow your digital footprints in order to make decisions about you. How do you act? Are you a good friend? Should they hire you? Your social media presence is a lot like a digital resume, and more people are checking that resume out. After all, if what they see is your thoughts and actions unfiltered, they're getting a pretty good look at you. Don't want your family to know what you get up to on the weekends when you said you were studying? Don't want a potential employer looking at your profile when deciding whether to hire you or not? Too bad. They will. Physics tell us that none of us can walk on air. We all leave footprints. What you can decide is what shape those footprints leave in the virtual sand. Of course, people can use footprints to follow you home, which is another danger you need to be aware of. Our kindergarten teachers may have told us to never talk to strangers, but society and technology have evolved until talking to strangers is the whole point of social media. There are some obvious things that you should never reveal to anyone through the internet: your name, your address, your age, etc. But you need to also be aware that some people out there can follow even the tiniest footprints. Sometimes we can leave clues we never suspect. An email address can lead to a search that turns up who you are and where you live. Mentioning your love of a sport and where you are from can lead to a search of local school athletic pages for that sport, which can lead to names and rosters. Try an activity just for fun. Pretend you're Sherlock Holmes and you're looking for you. Start with any social media page you use and see what you can find out about yourself from your digital footprints. Follow the clues and see where they lead. If you can follow those footprints home, so can others. As you can see, there are many reasons why you might not need to post that picture you just took of that guy picking his nose in the car next to you at the stoplight. Everything you post lasts, and you really can't control who sees it and when. Maybe our kindergarten teachers need a new saying. Remember, your best privacy setting is to keep it to yourself.